Hello, everybody. Hopefully this sounds a little bit better. I don't want to peak this either, but I fixed the problem, so I'm back. So welcome. Sorry about that. I have a super chat that I have to read that came in through the last stream while I was dealing with that. I wasn't expecting that to be a problem, but I think it's because I had some other stuff that was hooked up, and that will probably do it. What's up, Brandon? In the house, fellow member and best friend, hanging out. Thanks for coming in, man. I wasn't really planning on doing this until like yesterday, and then I was like, well, I'll just kind of jump on here for an hour. I don't really have that much time because it is getting to that time where it's very down to the wire. Got to make sure I have everything packed and make sure I have everything for the trip, which will be starting tomorrow is the drive. So I have one more like day to get shit together, including getting the rent-a-car, getting all the packing done, which I already pretty much did today, but I have to pack some of the equipment that I'm going to just need in case we do some extra content around the place. White Lotus, David, what's up? Zach Taft, what's up? ACR. Good to see you guys in here. I was trying to do something on Discord with this live stream. And at first I thought that was why everything was kind of screwing up, because I was trying to do an event, but then also simultaneously stream this too. But I don't think that that's going to work out. Or at least the way I was doing it wasn't working out. But that's okay, because I was like, whatever, I'll just do a Hangout stream and I'll answer some questions, and that will be that. Like I said, I'll probably be on here for an hour, and then it's time to go. Let's see if I can pull this up. Ugh. Tomorrow's going to be the last day that I sleep past like 6 a.m., 5:30 a.m., something like that. 5 a.m., I don't know. Caesar, what's up, man? So let me shout out the super chat that I got the last stream, because I had to kind of cut it because I didn't know what the hell was going on. Okay. Pull up the super chats. Sorry, I keep yawning. Ugh. Supers. All right, it was from Golfeh. 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 He just subscribed, but he also said, hey, brother, I had to go off on someone in the YouTube comments because of them bashing Resident Evil 3 remake because it's a trend too, and I hate people that do that. I definitely will agree in terms of, like, I do think it's a cool thing to hate on 3 remake. I definitely still don't hate it as much as other people, but I still recognize, certain things that I wish were in it. But yeah, it's definitely a cool thing to hate and to bash on. And one thing that I mentioned, I think either on the last Hangout or it was on the Patreon YouTube membership show, where, the negativity and the negative stuff gets clout, basically. So a lot of people will use something or someone as a punching bag, and that's kind of what attracts, views and stuff like that. RE3 is the punching bag of the franchise, even the original in some ways, but there's a lot of negativity kind of around that. So it's a weird stigma. Tyler says Blink Wave. Yeah, I don't know. Something went down with Blink today. Someone leaked the album, and there's some crazy shit going on. I don't know. It's pretty nuts, but the new Blink album is good. Golden Freak, what's going on? A new fellow admin to the Discord server. I want to say thank you, and I want to say I appreciate that because, yeah, the Discord has completely gotten a facelift, basically. It's got completely, done over, and I'm trying to, maneuver stuff and adjust stuff, try to get some feedback from the fans and the top supporters. So I've been doing that, trying to make it a little more streamlined. I'm still in the process of doing it, so I'll probably work on some of that as well, kind of in the background. You'll just kind of see the Discord slowly but surely get updated. And I was supposed to do a event on Discord tonight, and it was supposed to be what this is, but also kind of streaming it simultaneously. I was trying to pull that off. Didn't really work in my favor. So I'm here now just doing the Hangout stream. But I promise I'm going to do more events on the Discord server because I think it's going to be more important to kind of keep that going, to keep that alive because, there's things that I was doing before on there that worked pretty well, and then I want to try to, make use of everything on there. So there's going to be events. There's going to be more yawning, like me, yawning. More live streams, just on Discord, exclusively on Discord, or like movie streams, like streaming, copyrighted stuff that we can't stream here, right? Like if I'm going live on here, I can't stream a movie. But on Discord, where I'm live streaming it, I'm not streaming it to a channel, but I'm just streaming it to a Discord. That, works out. RE3 Remake wasn't what it should have been, but was still a great game, says Tyler. Yeah, I mean, look, some people are going to, have a different opinion, and that's fine. Most people do, and to each their own. It's all good. But yeah, I mean, I think it wasn't as good as I think, most people were expecting, but I still enjoyed it. Caesar is now a S.T.A.R.S member, signing up for the membership. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. I don't know why I keep fucking yawning as soon as I go live, but just so you know, the poll is still up for voting on the next live stream survival horror game, and it's actually really close. So it's been back and forth. There's been a lot of members that didn't get a chance to even vote yet. So hopefully it happens. Like hopefully there's more votes because I know there's more members that can vote. However, this is a really close call. So Fatal Frame, Parasite Eve, and Cold Fear. So those are the three like options that are there. And I'm not going to take away, anything, from the poll if it does, if it gets eliminated. But it is a very close poll right now. So, so let's get right to it here. I want to make sure that's updated too. Yeah. Okay. So let's get the update. Let's get the update here. So right now, it's close, chat room. 38% Fatal Frame, 36% Parasite Eve, and 26% Cold Fear. Now, Patreon also gets to vote on this too, and I take all the votes and tally. So on Patreon, we have 40% Parasite Eve, 20% Fatal Frame, and 40% Cold Fear. So there's some love for Cold Fear. But now, so far, there's only 39 votes on this poll. And I believe I have, 60-something members. Let me actually get the count. So this is going to be important because this will be something that I tackle before the end of the year when I get back from Michigan with filming. So I'll just leave everything up until then. I won't I usually don't like take down the polls. I just kind of like, I don't give them a time limit. I just kind of like see what wins. And then when there's a clear winner, by the time I like, cap it and I see that it's done, that it is what it is. Like it stands how it stands. So there is, 59 members. So 59 members and like almost 39, 40 votes. So there's a few more people that haven't voted, which is fine because I know some people might not even know they are members if they got gifted a member and they might not see the post. But if you get enabled as a member or a Patreon supporter, you will see the poll on your respective supporting platforms. Ty, what's going on? Dave says 2 more months and I'm gold. 2 more months. 2 more months. RE3 remake was average. It could have been better, says Mr. Patriot. Yeah, I mean, I think there was definitely room for it to be just as good as, like what we got with RE4. Psychedelic says, hey, Anthony, how's filming with Nuji for Keeper's Diary? Yeah, I'm going to be... I saw your comment before as well when I was having those tech issues, so I wanted to discuss it, but obviously I never got a chance to because I had to restart the stream. But yes, we've been hard at at this whole pre-planning, making sure everything's ready. We've been hard at work with that. I haven't obviously met up with the guys yet. I will be driving there tomorrow night. And by Friday, by like this time Friday is when I'll probably be seeing, a little bit before probably, but this time Friday I'll be seeing Nuji and Andy. They'll be the first couple people that I meet up with, and then we'll move on to setting up on Saturday, and then it's going to be filming on Sunday, and it's going to be a really intense, busy process, and we got to hunker down, and it's going to be a very, very intense filming experience. So that's kind of what this is going to be. And I think the building on Saturday is going to be a good, we have to kick that off right so we have everything set for filming. So yeah, that's the move as of now. Just trying to get everything ready for when I leave and stuff like that. So played RE3 and forgot that it was that good. Still doesn't hold a candle to the original, but there's still things to criticize. That's true, S.T.A.R.S. That's true. And I don't think it's a perfect remake. I definitely think it gets unnecessary hate, and I think some of us can definitely agree to that. Now, if you don't like it and you're watching this, it's all good. To each their own. But the problem is we have 27 people in here and only 13 likes. So let's smash the like button. I know this is kind of last minute. I know this wasn't planned, but, I'm going to be here for, about an hour, like I said, and just any questions you have, we'll ask them. I won't be live, the next 10 days or so, obviously, because I'll be away filming. We may do a live stream or something, on someone's channel while we're there. I doubt it, but we might. But I doubt it. But if we do, then we'll see what happens. But yeah, I won't be live on this channel. So. But instead, I will be doing exclusive content to members and Patreon supporters because I'll be able to do some audio diaries while I'm there. So people like everyone in the chat, that's green. And now, because Thunder's gifting 5 memberships, Azure Eyes, Tyler, Jack, Bryant, and Danny. John Zazami is in here too, another best friend. Thank you, man. I got all my friends in here, all my close friends, my brothers, and my community members. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being here. Jim's life is shit, and he's letting you know about it. More for the community. Well, there you go. So now you guys can vote on the poll if you haven't yet for the next game. I think Parasite Eve might beat Fatal Frame, but who knows? It's going to be a very, very close call. So Thunder's Productions, thank you, man. Thanks for always giving back to the community, especially when this stream wasn't really planned. So, because it's just been so fucking busy, and I'm trying to make sure I have everything for this, 17-hour drive. Got my audiobooks downloaded. I got, my albums ready. So it's going to be an interesting one. Let's see. Yeah, I agree, Golden Freak. I'm happy that RE4 got the treatment it deserved. Ty says I played RE3 Remake recently for the first time, and it was the biggest meh. I seen it before, and it looked fun, but playing it felt really meh personally. Well, I think now, especially coming from RE4, it's kind of hard to go back. Was there an Evil Within playthrough on this channel? Yes, there is an Evil Within playthrough. It's still on there. If you go to the Let's Play archive, the playlist on the channel, it is on there. However, that was not live streamed, so I have not yet live streamed Evil Within, but that's something that I would like to do and go back and do, because it's been almost 10 years since I played it on the channel. So, yeah, RE4 definitely topped it, Patriot, I agree. Thank you, Thunders, for that. Blue Bomber, what's up, brother? Says, yo, you going to Monster Mania next month? I am. I'll be at the Oak Show. If you're going to be there, come say what's up. I don't know who I'm going to be working with yet, but if you are going to be there, man, say hello. If anybody's there, come say hello. Yeah, it's Alice Cooper's going to be there. They're going to have a Scream reunion. They just got Hayden, who plays Kirby. They just got her, which is huge because she doesn't do conventions like that. Now she's acting again, but like she stopped acting for like 10 years. When Wes Craven went on vacation, she went on vacation. But yeah, it's cool to see her back. Back in acting, but first time at the show. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. We're getting Dino Crisis Remake next year. Predicting it now, says Leon. I would love to see Dino Crisis. I think Dino Crisis is also another stream I have to kind of do on the channel. I streamed it about a year ago, or a year and a half ago, I think. Something like that. Maybe almost 2 years ago. So I like to stream it again. It's very cool how fast the Keeper's Diary got the money it needed. Yeah, it was definitely a very fast climb, and then it kind of dipped a little bit, but then it kind of shot back up towards the end because we had some really amazing people backing this stuff. So, yeah, I'm a very I'm a very grateful person when it comes to being in the community, being networked with the people that I'm networked with. And, this film is going to be a really cool opportunity for me to learn and to get, more experience under my belt. And, it's going to be the hardest challenge I think I've ever had to overcome when it comes to a project. So it's going to be a very tough challenge. You know what I mean? I have to be up for the challenge, and I am. But it isn't going to be easy. It's going to be a very focused, we have a very tight schedule. We have things we got to get going at certain points. We have to make sure we're on it. So yeah, it's going to be good, but it's going to be a lot of work. So our goal and our plan is to, make it the best that we can. And with doing that is going to be like a lot of our hours, a lot of our time, no sleep, or the sleep that we can get is going to be, very minimal. Yeah. And even doing stuff outside of the film seems pretty much impossible, in terms of like having time to stream or having time to make content in between. I appreciate that, John. Thank you for the good luck, man. And might be running out soon. It's been like a month. For what? I don't know what you mean, Leon. Oh, you mean your membership? Oh, yeah. They usually last a month. If you got gifted one, Leon, it should last a month. Did you see the mod RE5 Night Terror? No, I haven't, Thunders. I'm sure it's crazy. See a mixed review on the new Exorcist film? Yeah, I have no interest to see it at all. Indica Hopper says, this is Brandon, says, I might take off for that Monster Mania. I got my car back, baby. Yeah, congrats to Brandon getting the car back. A big fuck you to Ford and anyone who drives a Ford. No, I'm just kidding. No, but fuck Ford and fuck their dealership for being assholes. But I'm happy Brandon got his car back. That's a big deal. Hell yeah, I'll look for you. I'm going to get a Scream photo op. Oh, nice, man. So yeah, you'll be there. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably be behind someone's table the whole time, but I'll let you know. I can always message you and let you know. Yeah, I'll let you know where I'm at and then come say what's up. Or if you are around after the fact, See, the problem, the only well, it's not a problem, but the thing is with Oaks is like there isn't a place to hang out after the show because there's a hotel that we stay at that's like right across the way, which is what like the majority of people stay at, but it's not like a party environment. I mean, there's a bonfire pit and shit like that, but like I like when the cons are actually at a hotel because then you can go back to your room, you can go get your drinks, you can go get everything that you need like that's there instead of like at a convention center. The convention center is nice because you have space, you know, that's what's nice about it. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing it at that Monster Mania. That'll be the last one of the year, so we'll kick it off right, and I'll be able to meet another one of my fans, and Blue Bomber's helped out. He does the graphic for my intro. That was all him. So shout out to Blue Bomber. Goldface says, yo, I'm not sure if you saw my dono, my last stream, but I said I had to humble some random dude for hating R3. Yes, I did read that, Goldface, before you came in here. I had to repeat the dono because obviously, you know, I had to end the stream because of tech problems, but I'm back. Yeah. Like I said, I'm the same way, man. Like I like RE3 Remake still. I still get a lot of shit for it, but to each their own, you know? I was talking about it. If you missed it, I was kind of saying that like negativity and, you know, being pissed off and mad, it gives you like clout. It gives you like, you know, likes and views and subscribers. So a lot of people kind of jump on those trains of hating shit, which like, it's just like, what, you know, if you actually hate it and you played it and you completely despise it, you played RE3 original when it came out, I understand. Or if you played it when you were growing up and then you play this and you were disappointed, I understand. But jumping on like a hate train just because, you know, you think it's cool or popular, like that just to me doesn't make any sense at all. But yeah, so I still like RE3 Remake, but it does have problems. You know, I wish the clock tower was in there. I wish, you know, the Gravedigger was in there. Things like that. Leon says LTRE meeting Row is going to be epic. Yeah, it's going to be cool to meet the rest of the team. I obviously have, you know, known JJ for over 10 years. You know, he used to be on the show. He used to listen to the show before he had a show. So that's how far back we go. And the fact that I'm going to be meeting him is a cool experience. And I'll be meeting, you know, Beggy as well. She's also part of Row, who I've had on the show. So that'll be cool. And obviously everyone else on the cast and crew will be a great opportunity. So yeah, I would like to make, you know, some kind of content while I'm there, like a show or a podcast, but it's going to be very, very tight. I don't think that's going to happen, but I'm going to try my best to record what I can, record my experiences and all that stuff. Like, you know, do what I can. How do I get a membership? Holy tornadoes. You probably got gifted a membership. So probably by Thunders. Thunders has been gifting memberships, top gifter the whole year. I know 9 is next mostly, says Tyler, 5 remake, but I just want to see Claire back. I'd also like to see an Ada Revelations game. Separate Ways was awesome. Yeah, you know, a lot of people would like to, you know, see Ada more in another game. I really did enjoy Separate Ways. And as far as like seeing Claire come back, you know, Claire, I love seeing Claire come back in Rev 2. I thought that was such a great thing. And, you know, speaking of that, I know we talked about it a little bit when we were playing Separate Ways. They, you know, I really would like them to bring back Rev 3, or bring back Rev to make a Rev 3, or bring up another spin-off series back into the pattern of things, you know, with the mainline games and the remakes being kind of back and forth now. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind if they did something like that, you know. Natalia, what's going on? Thanks for being here. We got Bryant in here. Says just got back from the gym and from a big trip from the Space Coast, Florida. I already missed it there. Not a big city person. Well, that's cool, man. Hope you're doing well with all your endeavors. And I would probably go to Monster Mania if I actually lived in America, says Golden Freak. All right, well, that makes sense why you're on at, like, you know, 4 a.m. my time, or on Discord 3 a.m. my time. I forget where you're from, but that's, yeah, one day. Quentin Bauer, what's going on? Another member and supporter and contributor to the channel. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. Like the stream, y'all, says Tyler. Yes, hit that like button. Thanks for being in here again. I don't expect us to get a lot of viewership reviews right now. I know it was very last minute. I didn't even make the event like a Momo. I didn't make an event. But to give you guys a heads up that I was being, making an appearance on here. Jin in the house, what's going on? Thanks for being here. It's fun to speedrun RE3, but the last boss is near impossible on the hard. Yeah, it's Thunder's like Nemesis on Inferno is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Be sure to take selfies with her. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get pictures and stuff like that together. If we can't do full-blown content together within that time, because obviously we're essentially making something together, like that bigger project. But yes, we'll definitely be taking some photos. There'll be some after parties, like after we're kind of more on the wrapped side of things, or when we're starting to wrap anyway. Sorry, let me get a drink real quick. Let's see. Goldface says, also have a question. I have 18.3K on my channel right now, but I do Minecraft content. How do I transfer to doing other content like Resident Evil? The algorithm isn't going to like it. No, it's not, man. And this kind of goes into what I was saying about, me doing a third channel, because I have my film channel, which kind of does its own thing because it's film related and movies. And then this being my gaming channel, which is Resident Evil and survival horror. But it's a good question, and this is for anybody that goes for content creation in any way, shape, or form. YouTube likes niche channels in a way, but it also doesn't, because you kind of hit a wall, and sometimes it's hard to kind of break past that wall. And that's kind of where I'm at with this channel, in many ways, where it's like it's hard to push past, 25K or to get into 30K, because you have to have something else that kind of like breaks or falls into your lap that is very like successful, that pushes you into another algorithm, I guess. But the big thing to remember here is that if you have one channel that's focusing on one thing, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to stop or anything like that. However, you should always know your potential. You should always know your potential. You should always know that if you're playing games, but you're playing one game, but you also love talking about Resident Evil, for example. You play Minecraft, but you like talking about Resident Evil. Well, if you want to do Resident Evil stuff, that's fine. But if you make that other channel, it's going to be starting from zero. It's going to be starting from nothing. But then you have a choice. Do you just make an RE channel, or do you just make a franchise channel? Or do you make a game channel that covers all neck of the woods? So if you get everything that covers all of the things like that, then you don't box yourself in, and you are starting from nothing technically, but you still have your established fans that I'm sure out of that 18.3K that you have, a lot of those people would like to see you play other games, because I'm sure, that's a pretty nice following for Minecraft, but Minecraft I know is very saturated because there's a lot of channels that are doing it. Resident Evil is the same way nowadays. It wasn't the case, 10 years ago, but that's the case now, where it's the biggest it's ever been. There's channels that are just making, stuff out of leaks or stuff out of like, news headlines. There's people that actually play Resident Evil games that gain a following, that actually, put their time in and play video games, point by point. So, yeah, I would say don't change your name. Don't sell out, because I could have easily been like, and guys, this is now not Let's Talk Resident Evil. It is Let's Talk Kitty Cats. So here's James, and then I just start picking up the cat and talking about him. Like, it's like I didn't do a hard left turn on everybody. So I just talked about the idea of making another channel that is more gaming. And that's what I'm going to do. That's kind of what I'm in the process of working out. So I would say goal is just, to answer that question, is stay in your lane as well with the Minecraft stuff, because it's working. You're doing something good. just kind of like how I'm staying in my lane with Resident Evil and survival horror. However, you don't have to get too discouraged by starting over, because I know sometimes, I can get that way too. With like, oh man, I'm starting from zero, now what? But just know that people return to your channel for you, and they can watch a bunch of other people play Minecraft, but they return to you because you bring something to the table, right? And so I would say make another channel would be my advice, instead of completely ditching your gimmick, which is Minecraft. My gimmick is RE and survival horror, So it's kind of like doing those discussions, doing those things, like that's like my thing. Like it's like it's part of that process. Me discussing survival horror, you discussed Minecraft, right? But it's like, that's just kind of like, we'll always have our things attached to us that people know us from. But, oh dude, if I made a cat focused channel, I would pass LTRE in like 2 weeks, because everyone likes cats and the internet likes cats. And I love my cats, so everyone else should love my cats. But no, I'm just kidding. But you get what I'm saying. What I'm not, though, because in a way, it's crazy how fast you can climb without being attached to that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I just wanted to say, don't stop what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Make another channel. Call it something else, but do other games that you enjoyed talking about. Why stop your potential at just one thing? Lucius, what's going on? Just saying hi. Golden Freaks from Portugal. Rev 3 finishing Alex Wester's story would be great. I know, that's another unfinished thing, Mountain Arts, a.k.a. Purple Herb, says, what's up? We're all proud of you, bro. Congratulations on success, and good luck on the next channel. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Natalia says that too. Thank you. I really appreciate that, guys. And yeah, I mean, everything becomes, a little bit more, it makes more sense when you kind of, make your way to a certain point where you're like, yeah, I want to take this leap into a different, pool. And like I said in the last Hangout stream, because it wasn't, I wasn't saying I was ending the channel or anything like that, but it was more of an end of an era for Resident Evil 4 Remake. And now what, So when I get back from Michigan from doing this project, it's going to be, it's going to be the next step. It's going to be me just like continuing to do a bunch of content on this channel, continuing to do better things on the Discord server, the Patreon, the YouTube members, like more incentive for people to support me. I'm going to continue to do that. I'm going to continue to push that. And once I get this PC built, which I will be live streaming for you guys, and Perry will be helping me, that's going to be a new era. That's going to be a next step of content for all fronts, I'll be well into a cat-focused channel should you change one day. I'll never change to a cat-focused channel, but Callie thinks I should. A different channel. We'll add it on. There'll be 4 channels. It'll be the cat channel, the gaming channel, the RE channel, the film channel. And then we'll hire Mugen as the producer. White Lotus says, what are your opinions on Sheva from RE5? Are you hoping they do something more with her story-wise? Yeah. I mean, I actually like Sheva, but she is like, she falls into the Capcom syndrome of not really getting developed after the one game anyway. Or it's just like the character is underdeveloped in that one game that we see them in, and then they kind of disappear to never be seen again. So, Leon says, you make me laugh almost every stream, man. Props, man. Oh, well, I try. Let's play Fortnite? No. I'm not knocking Fortnite. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not knocking it, but I don't think I'd ever stream it, because that, you might as well just like, curl up in a ball and cry, because you're not going to get anywhere with Fortnite. Golfest says, awesome. Thank you for the advice. Been listening to the cast more than I listen to music when I'm driving, and that's damn impressive coming from me. Keep up the good work, boss man. Thank you. That's really cool, man. I appreciate that. And yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed my Separate Ways review. That was kind of the last thing that I put up there for a pod. But I'll be putting up more podcasts when I get back. like I said, and I know I was even telling, who was I telling this to? A couple people. I wanted to do a lot more in October this month, originally, before I knew that I was going to be, involved in this project. I mean, I knew kind of since the summer-ish, I kind of knew before the announcement happened, but I was able to talk about it once once all the Indiegogo stuff came out. But yeah, it's a good problem to have. It's not like I won't be around doing content. I won't be doing horror or spooky games or anything like that, like I would like to. Obviously, I had the first half of the month to do it technically, but I was also trying to finish Separate Ways and obviously just get ready for this film, I've just been studying and I've really barely had any time to do anything else but just like try to look up videos, try to look up stuff that we're going to be using and try to just make myself feel prepared. I still don't feel prepared, but even though I know that I'm like overdoing it. Holy shit, Thunder's Productions. What the hell, man? What the hell? We support all your endeavors. Thank you, Matt. RWK says, Aunt, when's Code Veronica? I did do Code Veronica a few months ago. I played it like twice in a row, but I'll bring it back. Negative on the Fortnite Ghost Rider says, Matt, yeah, I'm not doing Fortnite. That was just a joke. But Thunder's gifting 5 subs. Our fellow admin, Golden Freak. Another fellow admin, Natalia. Justin, Cam May, Stevie Mac are now members courtesy of Thunder's Productions. You guys have access to voting on the poll. You guys now have access this month on exclusive podcasts that I'll be uploading while I'm in Michigan. So yeah, I will be uploading little audio blips of me giving you behind the scenes stuff of Keeper's Diary, but not so much behind the scenes of, pictures or things that I'm going to be, I can't do any of that. I can't show any of that. I can't talk about what we're filming. But I will do little updates that just say, hey, I used this equipment today. I used a Dana Dolly today. I used, the Sky Panel S60. I'm going to talk more tech. It's more for tech heads and stuff, but it's also going to be me documenting my journey. Hey guys, I just drove 13 hours. I got another 4 hours to go. This is what I dealt with. I flipped someone off on the road. My middle finger hurts. Things like that, I want to capture. So if you're a member, you're a Patreon supporter this month, you do not want to miss out. And thank you, Thunder's Productions, for giving back to the community. We really appreciate it. So thank you. Zach Taff says, you think it would be nice human moment with Jill when she saves a kid from a zombie? Well, Zach Taff likes the descriptive events. Lets the kid drink from the water bottle. I don't know. Yes. Jesus. I see what you're saying. It's just funny. Thunders must have hit the lottery. Spreading the love, brother. Loving it, says Matt. Yeah, no, Thunders is giving back, man. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. You're really helping out. And now you guys have to vote. Even if you're on this stream right now, I want to see if anybody else voted. Vote on the next live stream. Survival Horror live stream. Oh, chat room. Who is going to break the tie? Okay. Cold Fear is at 27. Cold Fear is not getting any love. I'm not going to take this off the poll because I know people love it. But everyone who's a member, please vote. Fatal Frame and Parasite Eve are tied at 37%. Thunders is the channel sugar daddy. Honestly, yeah. Between him and Jackie Boy, one of the top donors, man. It's awesome. And really appreciate that, man. Much love. And thank you, Thunders, for also donating on my The Last Survivors podcast, because that's what you get when you are a member. You get custom emojis, you get the badge, you get custom polls, and you get access to The Last Survivors podcast, which is exclusive to Patreon and YouTube members. So there you go. Now, and you get emojis in the chat on YouTube, which is cool. That's something you don't get from Kular says, yo, I want to vote. Well, you can, man. You just have to sign up for the membership. It's $5 a month. There's only one tier. But right now, there's 41 votes. Now, I know you guys that are just members now might not see it yet, or maybe if you open up another tab, don't leave the stream, but open up another tab and see if you can go to my channel, and you'll see the members-only podcast, and you'll see the members-only poll. Now, who's going to break it? What's this going to take, you know? Oh, shit. Parasite Eve is winning. 42 votes. Someone voted 38%. So there you go. Leon just did Parasite Eve. He says, all right, I think Parasite Eve might be winning. Like I said, I'm going to leave this up for when I'm gone, but when I get back is when I'll probably officially end it and just do the tallies. But, man, that is incredible. I mean, shout out to Dustin. You know, he gifted me Parasite Eve. I see what you're saying. The kid offers her a drink and she takes it. Well, Jill would save the kids, that's for sure. Dang, I voted for Cold Fear. Never played Fatal Frame. I haven't played either of these games besides Parasite Eve for a little bit. I didn't really get too far into it. But, yeah, Azure Eyes. A lot of people are saying it's phenomenal. I can't wait. So you're going to play either Fatal Frame and Parasite Eve? Yeah, I mean, it's going to be one or the other. Fate's Frame, says Mountain Arts. Yeah, I don't know what's going to win. I mean, you know, I thought that Cold Fear, honestly, was going to take more of the lead on this one, right next to Parasite Eve, and Fatal Frame would have kind of been third. But no, Fatal Frame is, well, right now, it was in first up until today. Fatal Frame has been leading. When did I put this poll up? A week ago. So for the past week, Fatal Frame has been leading, and Parasite Eve has been inching up little by little. And now it's winning. So, game gave you nightmares as a kid. Yeah, I'm so stoked. I want a new Parasite Eve so bad. That's another one that a lot of people would like, you know, to see come back. It's another Parasite Eve, you know. I hope Fatal Frame wins. We need a ghost game. That would be cool. And like I mentioned, just because something loses on this poll doesn't mean I'll shift it off. If anything, I'll keep Cold Fear and Fatal Frame or Parasite Eve, whatever ends up winning, on for the next poll, and then I'll try to maybe add another game in there. Something like that, but I don't want you guys to get, you know, act like just because one thing doesn't get picked doesn't mean I'll never go back to it, you know. But I really hope we get our wish soon for that. I think, you know, survival horror is coming back in a big way, and you know, hopefully now they see that it's time. You know, it just prints money. You know, bringing a lot of this stuff back. So, let's see here. Now, yeah, that's crazy. Parasite Eve is still winning. Now I have about, 60-something members. Oh, Fatal Frame's tied again. See, you guys are going back and forth. I like this right now. Now it's tied. 37% Fatal Frame, 37% Parasite Eve. Who's going to fucking break this thing, man? Definitely think of joining. I'm kind of broke at the... No problem, Kular. No problem. And hey, who knows? Maybe, you'll never know. Thunders might come out with more gifted memberships and you might be selected. Now, a lot of people ask me, like, what happens with the gifted memberships? Is it random? Does it get selected? It's completely random. It just gives it to anybody that may or may not be in the chat. So, which is kind of strange, because I would wish that it would be somewhat... I mean, not that I don't want it to give it to people that aren't in the chat, because some of them still might be supporters that just aren't there. But, you know, sometimes people join and they're just like, oh, shit, I'm a member, because they weren't even online when they, you know, got gifted it. But it's fine, because either way is cool. Just you guys being here, liking the video, smashing the like button, subscribing, commenting, like, that's enough support for me. You know what I mean? Even if you can't sign up. I would donate my testicles to science just to get a remake of Dino Crisis. That's dedication, Matt. That's some dedication. The testicles are precious, you know. You can't... To give them up for some dino nuts, I mean, that's like... I feel like that's a balance, you know. Gonna have to work that one out somehow. Maybe we can get Gale on it, you know. We can get Gale, donate his testicles. If you guys remember Gale from Dino Crisis. And then we can get those dino nuts and we can call it a day. And then the Parasite Eve is with the 40. Is with the 40. 40% Parasite Eve, 37 Fatal Frame. There we go. That's as it stands. Okay, so while that gets sorted out, and while people vote on that, yeah, so what are other updates I want to talk about? So, yes, I'm going to be leaving tomorrow night. I'm going to be doing the updates on Patreon and YouTube members. Dino nuts, says Matt, laughing my ass off. Yeah, dino nuts, right? But yeah, going to be doing the shows. Discord, that's what I want to talk about. Yeah, so the Discord has been updated tremendously. And, thank you guys for kind of bearing with me on getting some of the stuff updated. But yes, a lot of the rooms are updated. It's easier to navigate through. There's a new level system as well. So you are now, you take on roles as you hit certain levels. The leveling system was always there, but now it's kind of more like unique to certain roles depending on which bracket you're in. And you get a title and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm working on that to kind of fix that. I'm working on bringing more events to Discord as well. Just to keep it more lively, to keep it going. You know what I mean? I know it's hard when I'm busy or I'm not on there to sometimes. I'm working on getting people on deck that can help me on Discord as well. You know who you are. I've reached out to you. I've talked to you about it. There's probably a couple more people that I have to talk to about it. But yeah, it's basically just me trying to figure it out. I tried to do this on both Discord and YouTube. It didn't really work out, so sorry about that. I was trying to, do a simulcast type shit, but it kind of didn't work, so maybe before the next stream, I'll try to do it, or what I'll try to do is I will try to, actually just do straight up Discord events that are just on Discord. But yeah, I got to figure it out because I created an LTRE stage type thing, but I didn't really know how to use it with both YouTube and Discord. So, there's some things I'm trying to work out, things I'm trying to learn. There's been a lot of updates that I've been completely unaware of, and that's on me. I've just been trying to kind of revamp that a little bit. And, some of it just took a little bit longer than I would have liked. I'm right now playing RE1 Remix as Kular. While watching, I actually gonna play RE2 and 3 and 4 remake after, and also playing 5. Of course, the original game. Hell yeah. I think they'll still have Jill talk during the fight, and she'll have that resistance, you know what I mean? With the chip and everything like that, Zach. Hopefully they don't change that much. I'm going to head out to the store, BRB. All good, Thunders. Nick Noguera with the 1 gifted membership. Zach Taft, look at that. Just like that is now a member just because of Nick. Nick is also another top supporter and a fellow member, and also always gives subs too. So thank you, man. Or I'm sorry, memberships. This isn't the enemy website. We are on YouTube. So thank you for gifting memberships. And Nick's another one that also supports the channel like crazy. And Zach Taft, you can now vote on that poll, which is now Parasite Eve is still winning. So there you go. Bring me back a Twinkie, says Matt. Can't go wrong with the Twinkie. But yeah, so Discord has gotten updated. There is a few different things that are on here, such as, I updated the general chat. There is a general gaming chat now. There is an RE chat, obviously. There's a news section, which is pretty much the same. And then there's the other media. So there's movies and TV. And then there's, a music section so people can talk about music. It doesn't have to be just RE stuff. And then more survival horror tab, which is also what I put up there so people can talk about more survival horror games instead of a million different channels where people got lost and didn't know where the hell they were. I tried to streamline it and, just kind of make it a little bit more sleek. And yeah, shout out to everybody for bearing with me on that stuff. And I'm going to try to do more events. I'm going to try to do more unique stuff in Discord, but I just don't know. I have to I'm going to test the simulcasting thing a little bit and then see, because even if I streamed this here and on Discord, I feel like most of you guys would just watch me on YouTube. But if I did a Discord specific Hangout, that would be cool too, right? So it's I feel like there should be a little bit more involved with some of that stuff. But yeah, I'll figure it out. Let's see here. But yeah, any questions you guys have, I know this wasn't very much to go on just besides your comments and stuff, but that's kind of what this was about, just kind of doing a hangout. I didn't have much topics to bring to the table or anything. I really haven't been doing much, but just kind of getting my head on straight for this project. And, I would have liked to have streamed a little more, made more content up until this point, but there's only so much I can do, to be honest. And things were kind of winding down with the RE4 DLC. So, been reading Caliban Cove, man, what a story. We need more S.T.A.R.S books. I would love to see her take on 4 and 5. I was just talking about that with Eddie the other night, telling him about the books and how they kind of just stopped making the books at that point. So, I really like Caliban Cove. I really like Miss S.T.A.R.S. So, what I mean is during her solo fight in gameplay, she was just hissing, never spoke. Yeah, I mean, I think they'll probably change that a little bit. They still have the struggle, like her, when it zaps her, she kind of gets stunned, But yeah, she does do a lot of hissing. So yeah, I think maybe some dialogue would be cool. Kay says, happy Parasite Eve Wednesday. Yeah, it seems to be that way, Kay. What is going on? King's in the house. What's up? Richie Parr says, hey, what do you think the next RE game will come out? Probably next year, or not next year. I'd say it'll probably get announced next year. Probably 2025. That's a guess, though. Have you heard about the X-Files video game? I've heard about that. It's got RE tank controls. It's pretty unknown, but I heard it was good. I heard a little bit about that. I've never actually played it. I remember seeing the case in the store back in the day, but I don't remember ever actually renting it or playing it. I remember seeing it in the magazines. I remember seeing that stuff, but I don't think I ever actually played it. Same thing with the old Evil Dead game as well. I never fully played. It's really cool that when the RE news is slowing down now, you're creating the RE content with the Keeper's Diary. Yeah, Caesar. Honestly, that kind of just happened. That shit just kind of happened. Because to be honest with you, I thought I was going to be going into Keeper's Diary and we still weren't going to have separate ways. September kind of ended up being a lot busier of a month, but for good reason. And if anything, I think it all happens for a reason because it worked out. I was able to work on the content. I was able to take my time. If Separate Ways came out this week, I'd be a fucking mess. I'd be a complete mess. I'd be pulled in a million different directions, and I'd have to make a sacrifice to, making content or live streaming this because of, I would obviously do the filming, over any other content because that would be, it's such a big opportunity. But But yeah, it's kind of cool now that there's a little bit of a slowdown. That coincidentally, this filming week was kind of planned months ago. Like, we were told just block out this week, make sure don't plan anything just in case it gets funded. If it didn't get funded, then obviously I would have had this week just to been here, stay at home, do whatever. But now that it got funded, like I said, I kept all that space open. So I feel bad. Like, there's part of me where I'm like, shit, I don't want to take a dip in my algorithm and my views by not being around and streaming. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, this is like, at this point, it's not really a break because it's hard work that I'm running into here. But it'll be, when I come back, I will discuss and make content basically based off of like, my experience and stuff. But obviously I can't show or talk about anything in detail until it's out and about. But I'll do what I can. And like I said, I'll make content while I'm there anyway, even if I can't post said content until way later. That's cool too. But yeah, I'm really excited, Caesar. And, I'm happy. Like, I am happy that if anything, I'm stepping away when there is a lull in Resident Evil instead of when there's a bunch of busyness. Mugen, really? My cat always he has to just bat doors that are closed. I said Mugen always has to bat doors when they're closed. But yeah. What's up, Jeff M? Welcome. Another member. King says today's your birthday. Well, happy birthday, King. Happy birthday. We're getting spoiled. You're getting an LTRE stream right now and then a Game Complainer stream in a couple hours. So that's cool. I heard Capcom is going into phase 2 of remakes. There's a few new RE games in development too. I had a talk with the Dust like 5 months ago. Well, take everything with a grain of salt. I think that it's no surprise. A lot of those people I don't give the light of day or even say their name, to be honest with you, because it gives them too much exposure, I guess. But not that they already have enough. But I think it's safe to say that, yeah, they're probably already making more remakes and more mainline games no matter what. So I think 9 would be next. And I feel like 5 is going to be just made slowly but surely. And how was the con over the weekend? Good question, Jeff M. It was actually really fun. It was fun to do the show. It was fun to work a little bit. It was, it was the last Hunt Valley Monster Mania show ever. We'll be back in Maryland, but it just won't be at that hotel. It's closing, so it's very bittersweet. It was fun, though. It was a good party weekend. Sosie Bacon was awesome. I worked with, Kevin Bacon's daughter. If you guys don't know who that is, she was the lead in Smile, the horror film Smile, which, I just thought was okay. I mean, I didn't love it or hate it or anything, but, she got a lot of people. She was in 13 Reasons Why. She was in Mayor of Easttown and stuff like that. So a lot of cool stuff that I do like from her. And she was really nice, and her agents were nice. And I think she liked it so much that she's coming back to Oaks next month, which is my job is fulfilled. Like, if I can work with her and make a good impression with her and her agents, and that got her to come back, my work is done. That's the way I see it. Like, just make sure she has a good time. And, obviously, even though it wasn't just me and her the whole time, it was the agents as well. But everyone was nice. And, sometimes when they come in with the first con, they might act a certain way or feel a certain way or feel weird. But she was, embracing it. She was playing Blink-182. She was playing, all these, emo pop-punk bands off this, speaker. She was playing ABBA. Just going from all these different genres. It was funny. And so she was definitely a vibe. And I would recommend anybody that comes through the Oak Show to come meet her. And she was really nice. And, yeah, I mean, she's 31, super young still. And she still has a whole career ahead of her, but she already has, a lot of people that, come up and say hello. And, I think once you make your mark in that horror territory, you can get some fans. Danny Marrero in the house. He's been a member for 3 months. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. We're doing well. It's good to talk to you guys. It's good to see you guys, tonight for a little bit. I just wanted to jump on here for a little bit and just kind of answer the questions, let you guys know what's going on, where I'm going, why there won't be any streams. But all the members, Patreon supporters, you'll get updates. You'll get some exclusive podcast. So there will be some content coming out. It just won't be streamlined like a live stream every day, or a couple VODs or whatever. But what's up, Danny and Jeff? Happy birthday, King. Hell yeah. Happy birthday to King. Kay says, hey, Callie. Jeff M says, nice, Aunt, glad to hear. Everyone in the chat's amazing, says King. I don't know if I'm ready for Hollywood Aunt. Well, this is going to be, this is the, I don't know what you would call it. This is the Evil Dead phase. This is us going to Michigan and filming Evil Dead style, very, very independent, very low budget, and doing as much as we can do to get by. So this will be a very, very fun learning experience. Do I think Spider-Man 2 will be good? I'm sure it will be. I'm heading out tomorrow. Yeah, Jeff M. So tomorrow night, I'm heading out. Stay safe on your travels. I will. I'll take my time. I won't be driving there alone. I'll be with Callie. So booyah, 25. Let's go LTRE. Yeah, 25 months. Kay, another long-time supporter of the channel. Thank you so much for being a member for 25 months. That's fucking wild. One of the top, I want to say maybe 5 members, I think, for longest running. So thank you, Kay. Really appreciate that. And thanks for always being here. And yeah, it's going to be, we're going to try to make something very special than any other Hollywood film or any other, like Hollywood Resident Evil film, you mean? Something like, something that has more of a genuine approach. It's going to be a short film, but Evil Dead style. Just be careful around any cabins and weird-looking old books. Exactly. Avoid the Necronomicon at all costs and Deadites. But yeah, it's going to be a very cool trip. It's going to be awesome to see everybody. I think I'm always anxious until I actually get there and I see what's going on and I see what I have to do. And you never know how the operation's going to be until you get there. I mean, I have an idea because of scheduling and how things are kind of mapped out. However, I think once I get there and I set stuff up and I go over stuff with Nuji, Nuji has been a big help, with letting me kind of get filled in on a lot of the stuff that we're going to be using and answering any questions that I have and, being very responsive with the messages and stuff like that. So shout out to him for obviously, just making sure that I have everything that I need because I'm going to be under him basically, many of the time. So, and, going to be helping with lighting and everything like that. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of learning, a lot of building, a lot of moving, and not much time, for there is no time for messing around. There's no time for, like when we're on set, we're on it until we're done, and yeah, that's James. He just made an appearance again. So yeah, bring the cats and let them be in the short. Steve and Mac, I'd love to bring the cats. I'm going to miss them so much. That's my biggest, that's the worst thing about leaving home is my cats, not seeing my cats. It's the worst fucking thing in the world. Leon says, the crew of the Blair Ridge Project was literally just 3 actors and a camera in the woods. Art doesn't always have to be huge in scale. That's true. Yeah. With this, it's we have, really good equipment that we're trying to push, a lot of good stuff on deck. And also because we got a little bit of extra in the budget, we hit over our goal, and believe me, all that stuff was used for the equipment to get everything, working right, with how we wanted to set everything up in terms of getting a better camera, getting some better stuff for the shoot. So yeah, it all helps. Happy for you, Ant, for hitting a great milestone in your life for working on an RE project. It really is, man. It really is. It still hasn't really hit me that it's happening, but it is happening. So here we are. And yeah, it is a really big milestone. So now I just got to really bring my A game, bring my A game and make everyone proud of the work that I do, in terms of my role within the big team that we have, you know. So it's a team effort. There's a lot of moving parts, but I want to make sure that I make everyone proud in my department, you know, and overall, obviously. If you could choose another file from any game to make it a short film, which one would you choose? That's a good question. Any RE file from any other game and make it into a movie. That's a really good question. Man. My life is shit. Thank you, Nick, by the way. He's been a member for 24 months. Another top member supporter. Are you getting a cat sitter for them? Thankfully, no. I have, I got my parents to look after them, and so they'll be looking out for them. Man, that's a good question, Caesar. I'm still thinking about that. If King has a small cameo. Yeah, we bring out the King for a cameo. I'm really excited for Keeper's Diary. It's amazing to see the ARA community come together to fund the project. Yeah, and the community. You guys really made it happen, you know, really did. Whether you donated or you just shared it or you liked it and you spread it, the Indiegogo post, you guys really made it special. The Trevors. Yeah, I was going to say maybe the Trevors. Yeah, with Lisa Trevor. Those files from Remake, I feel like that'd be a really, you know, like them kidnapping them and experimenting on them and the family. Like that would be a very sad and tragic stuff. You on Game Complainers tonight? Yes, I will be. Nick will be filling in for me next Wednesday. And then obviously I'll be home before the following Wednesday, so I will be live again with Game Complainers in 2 weeks. But this week I'll be on, and then next week Nick will be on, and then I'll be back the following week. So that's the plan. Matt has been a member for 6 months, has loved the channel and its members. The streams and chats always help me get through some hard days. Very grateful for your work. Well, thanks, man. And that's what it's for. You know, it's just to kind of tune out and to talk about stuff that we love to talk about and a franchise that we love to talk about, you know. And I think a lot of that does serve as a nice distraction from our like everyday to-day crap that we got to deal with, whether it's like, you know, work stuff or other stuff going on, you know. So it's cool that people can kind of tune out. Speaking of cats, how are they in front of guests? Scared or more affectionate? They're actually really affectionate. They're probably like Jesse, James, and Mugen too. It's kind of weird how three of them are kind of like, they're very social, and I've never seen anything like it in any cat ever. So when company comes over, they're always around. They want to like lay down with them and like see them. They're very, very social, which is like hilarious because like the stereotypical like cat is not like that. Or even my old cat Midnight would like only like family, but that was it. It was like anyone else, like he wouldn't, you know, he'd be nice to some, but like he would just kind of, you know, he didn't care. But these cats, like they want to know who's here, who's coming over. It's funny. I've never seen any cats do shit like that before. And James is right behind me right now, so that's who I'm petting. Is Jesse down here? Yeah. Jesse's down here too, yeah. They're down here. But yeah. You haven't seen Mugen yet? He's around. He's not down here, but he's around. I'll have to show you him. But yeah, that's the worst part about leaving is like, fuck, and miss the babies. Good, miss the kitties. Mr. James. Last time we were this far away from them for this long was California, so which will be about the same amount of days, give or take. But it depends. Whenever someone's in my house, my cats are like, who the fuck is that? Yeah. Yeah, it depends. Like, if it's new people sometimes, like, they'll be a little hesitant. But, like, if it's people that they know or, like, like, they love, like, Tyler comes over, they love him. They love Brandon when he comes over, Eddie. Like, all my friends, they like, you know. Joe comes over, Kyle comes over. It's like all my close friends are like, you know, they just know who they are. Cats can be very childish. Then after 1 minute of getting of petting, they want to jump out and relax. Yeah, they like, it depends. Like they'll go from, sometimes really wanting to play to just chilling. Like sometimes they just are very chill, and they kind of follow us where we go, so it's adorable. And like James is always like 9 times out of 10 when I'm streaming in this chair, James is behind me right now. Because he knows like when I'm streaming, he just knows. Like I don't know how he knows, but he knows, and he knows I'm going to be here for a little while, so he sits behind me in this chair. Jesse doesn't sit in this chair. Jesse will sit in the other computer chair to the left of me that you can't see. Sometimes Mugen will be there, but now Callie has her desk in the corner, so there's 3 chairs. So it's funny. But yes, I'm going to miss them dearly. And trying to think of anything else that I want to bring up before I get out of here. I guess I'll give you guys like 5 more minutes just to ask some questions, and I will wrap this up, and I'll see you guys on the flip side in about 10 days, realistically. Yeah, it's gonna be a wild one. Ugh. Cats be like, my friend, then 2 minutes later, get the hell away from me. Yeah, some cats, even our cats are like that sometimes, where they're just like, they don't want to be petted, but then they're fine, But Sister A is in the house too. I don't know if I said what's up to Sister A. What's going on? But yeah, they usually don't care. They're usually pretty chill with like pets and stuff. Well, they'll let you know. If they don't want pets, they'll just kind of like walk away, but they're usually cool. Bring any gaming systems or setup with you. Yeah, so I have a Raspberry Pi. I have my Elgato, like things like that I have to pack tonight, because I don't want to start packing equipment tomorrow before I go out the door and I'm forgetting stuff. So I really have to like do some kind of checklist. I want to bring my camera for other stuff, my microphone, things like that. So yeah, I'm going to bring a couple things. I don't know if they'll be utilized. I don't know if they'll be used, but just to have them. And so also, so I have like entertainment while I'm there, for a while, you know what I mean? Cause we'll be staying in Wisconsin, but then we're going to be filming in Michigan, but it's like, we're so on the cut, like the borderline where you could just drive like X amount of minutes over from Wisconsin and you're in Michigan. So it's like our Airbnb that we're majority of us going to be staying at for the longest point is going to be there. So yeah, it's going to be in the middle of nowhere, basically. So I'm going to have some kind of entertainment. I'm going to bring a bunch of movies too. Like I'm going to be a fiend basically when it comes to movies. Because I don't know, sometimes like when you're done after a long day, like to watch some movies or something. I don't know. Or at least that's what I would like to do. I mean, it's Halloween time, so I'm not trying to sit here and, not watch horror movies like a Momo. Like I'm going to find some time to watch some horror. But a lot of nights, if I'm just too tired, then I'll just go to sleep. There is some stuff I have to work on while I'm there that is, just another freelance job that I got recently. So I do have to do some work while I'm there a little bit. But it's not too extensive. It's nothing too crazy. It's just more work. So watch out for bears and moose. I will, especially when driving, right? That's the biggest thing. You should get a Steam Deck or something to play games on the go. I really should. I don't really see a reason to get a stream. I mean, it's cool. Steam Decks are cool. I just don't really have a purpose to get one right now. But yeah, for the small bit of downtime I'll bring stuff just in case. Dang, the members are about to have an ant drop for 10 days. YouTube's going to slightly be boring for over a week. Going to miss you, bro. Well, if you are a member, you won't be down and out. There'll be some content coming out as well. So don't fret. There'll be some content basically just coming out for members and supporters. So if you support me if you're a member on here, if your name's green, or if you're on Patreon with the $5 and up, which on YouTube it's just $5 anyway, but yeah, you get the extra content and the extra show. So I'll try to put out some extra stuff and pepper that stuff in. Gonna have to watch a classic zombie flick from Mero would be fitting for the RE VOD. Yeah, all that's being brought You know, I'm bringing all that stuff. So yeah, it's going to be pretty fun. But yeah, so that's the plan. Let me know if Keeper's Diary needs any graphic design posters or promo art. I will, Blue Bomber. I'm sure a lot of the people at Residence of Evil got a lot of that stuff down pat, but I will keep you in mind just in case any of that comes up. I know your name, and I know who to talk to. So I really appreciate you putting that out there, and thanks for all the help that you've done so far with the channel. And yeah, I'm very happy to be in this position, but I'm also, you know, it's also time to get very serious and work and focus on nothing but Keeper's Diary for the next part of the month. So, which is going to take up all of our time. Spider-Man 2 comes out tomorrow night, so you can play that when you get back. That's true. That's something to look forward to. For a cup of coffee, you could be an LTRE member. That's true. You can go to Starbucks and spend $7.50, or you can spend $5 tonight, and you can get some extra content. So yeah, if you guys are on there, I'll be posting The Last Survivors podcast is what that extra show is called. It's an extra podcast for the incentive that you guys are giving for the, or that I'm giving you guys some incentive to donate. So you get a free show out of it. Well, not free, but technically it costs $5 a month, but you get what I'm saying. A couple times a month, I feel like that's worth it. You know what I mean? If I put out content, obviously, like I said, you can vote on the polls. So there you go. And yeah, I'll be on Game Complainers later. But I just want to say thank you guys. I love you guys. Thanks for this moment. Thanks for making this happen. It's all because of you guys, the community. And I will be away from making, you know, content besides the extra stuff, but I definitely will be busy. So just know that. So I guess I really just wanted to jump on here to say, you know, I'm not going anywhere, and I'll be back the first week in November, kicking it off with some more streams, some more videos, and more content to cap off the year. Yeah, it's going to be a hell of an epic ride. We'll be busy, but it'll be definitely an epic tale to tell. So stay tuned for everybody who's watching the babies. Well, I got my parents watching the babies, so the cats will do that. If Fatal Frame wins, that'll be very interesting. We'll see how that poll wins when I get back, you know. I appreciate that, Matt. And yeah, please, you know, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, you know, follow the new and improved Discord. Please click the link and join if you're new. It's going to be a lot more better going forward. Thanks for the support. You can always support me on Patreon, YouTube members, the podcast. You know where to find it. The merch, you know where to find it down below. And that's about it, guys. So much love. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. And I'll be on Game Complainers tonight, probably around 10:30 or 11 Eastern Standard Time. So I will be doing one more show before I leave. So, whew, that's it. Time to work. So take care, guys. I'll see you on the flip side. And if you're a member or Patreon supporter, stay tuned for some more content in the next 10 days or so. Other than that, that's all I got for you. So all the best to everyone as well. Take care. Love you. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.